we are going to be restricted no matter what, based on what we can and cannot have. That's just a fact. Like, our food is restricted, hands down, like, end of. But we do not have to be restricted further. But I want to live the best life. I feel so lucky and so grateful that I've lived until this age, honestly. And I want to live way longer than this now, like way longer.
Have you ever met Miss Lindy? She's a gal with a bright...
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lindy. I have severe anaphylactic allergies, asthma, eczema, hay fever, environmental allergies, a lot of allergies. But this channel is all about being positive and showing my best life, showing my life with allergies and how I show up in a positive way, and that is kind of today's theme. So if you are new here, please can you hit that subscribe button? That would be really appreciative. If you like these videos, if you like my positive energy, then please hit the like button, because that really supports my channel, and that just helps me know that you like my videos. And if you want to have a chat, then please comment down below, because I always respond and I really love to talk to people, because right now I'm home and alone and in lockdown, so that would be wonderful. So thank you for coming and thank you for watching this video. So today's video is about my 5 mindset hacks for allergies, or shifts. I do get a lot of comments about how positive I am and how a lot of people don't see allergies the way I see allergies, and I always say, like, also, I've had 28 years experience in my allergies. I was diagnosed when I was 3 months old, so I've never known anything else than having multiple allergies. So I have had a lot of time, but I also have had a lot of years where I was negative about my allergies, that I felt like I was a burden, and that I felt like no one would love me if I had allergies, or if they knew I had allergies. So I've been there, I've been crying on the floor, screaming, and why is it me, and it's not fair. So I know how hard it can be living with food allergies, living with allergies in general, intolerances, celiac disease. I know how hard it is to have restriction on your food, and food is life, you know, and it brings us life, and we're social with food, and it can be really hard when you have restrictions and you feel other, you know. I felt other for so long, and that's what I want in my channel and my platforms, is to show you that you're never alone, and that you just need to change your mindset, change your beliefs, changing your mindset, not somebody else's. You can't change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. But what we're focusing on, and what we can only control, is our mind and our mindset. My 5 mindset hacks for living a positive life with allergies. I can eat all of these things. I've said it too. I can't eat this, I can't have that, I can't go there, I can't. Whenever I tell anyone my list, my allergen list, they always say, wow, that's so many things you're allergic to. What do you eat? And honestly, I have such an array of ingredients, foods that I eat on a daily basis, and I don't feel restricted. For me, I have such a long list of allergies, and I still feel like I am so grateful for all the food I can have. And I am so lucky that I actually can eat so many different varieties of food, fruits and vegetables. I can eat meat, I can, you know, there's a lot of things I can have. So I never feel restricted. And luckily, with lots of different food companies coming out that are allergy friendly, the world is really opening up. So I don't feel like I cannot eat anything. Yes, there are times where, like, I can't eat at like a certain location. Yes, that's hard, and that's sad for me, and it was harder when I was younger, trying to eat lots of things. But now I just think, well, no, I can't have that, but I can eat all of these other things. That kind of comes into number 2 of my 5 mindset shifts. I want to go. I want to enjoy the experience. I'll just bring my own snacks. A lot of the times people don't do things and don't go out and don't enjoy their friends' company because the experience is to do with food, and that happens a lot. Food is social for a lot of people, especially people who don't have allergies, and people want to experience food with others. And I've spent a lot of time eating alone, sitting alone with my food, and so I never really think about food as social. But there are times where I've enjoyed a burger or pizza with friends, and like it's been really lovely. It's been nice to like share the same taste as my friends, because that rarely happens unless I cook the meal. But the main thing of the reason why I want to go to that location is to be with my friends. It's my experience with them. My life is made up of all these experiences, and rarely my memories are to do with food. There are some times that, like I remember the first time I had Chipotle, I remember In-N-Out, there's a lot of places where I remember those foods, mainly I think because it's rare that I have great experiences outside eating. But I also think that the majority, 90% of my memories are to do with like the laughter of my friends and the humor and traveling with somebody, and that never has to do with food. If we restrict ourselves even further by not letting ourselves go out because we don't want to worry about food, we're restricting more than we need to. We are going to be restricted no matter what, based on what we can and cannot have. That's just a fact. Like, our food is restricted, hands down, like end of. But we do not have to be restricted further. I will bring my own food. I will eat before, I will eat after. There is nothing that will stop me from hanging out with my friends, unless like I don't want to. But there's nothing that will stop me from traveling. Like, allergies do not stop me from having an experience. And so please, for me, it's so important to remember that I don't travel to eat the food. I travel to enjoy the experience and to see the world. And I don't want to let my allergies stop me from seeing the world, because the world is freaking amazing. That kind of is like the main one that I always have to say in the front of my mind. Whenever I think, oh God, I'm really nervous, I don't want to go there, I sometimes go, it's okay, I'll come, I just don't want to eat. And that's a boundary for me. Most of my friends now are fine with it, but like it was hard at the very beginning to say I don't want to eat. They found it uncomfortable, but now it's just something that happens. I'm an adult and I don't want to eat sometimes, and that's okay. And I just want the experience with my friends, and I have a great night, a great day, and I'm happy. And it didn't have to do with food, and I got to eat great, safe food when I got home. Number 3 of my mindset shifts. I share my fears so that they will understand. It is so important to share your feelings with the people in your life. It is so important. And it took me a long time to share my anxiety with people. I thought I was alone in dealing with my anxiety. And I think now I say to people, I don't want to eat at this restaurant because I don't feel safe. And it's not to do with the day, it's not to do with you, it's not to do with the restaurant, it's me personally. I don't feel safe and I don't eat there. But sharing that allows them to realize that it's not about them. And sometimes when you share that you don't want to eat their food or you don't want to go somewhere, they think it's about them, because we're all human and we think about ourselves. And fair enough. But sharing that you're actually having anxiety and you don't want to, it shows them a little bit of you, and it shows them that you're trusting them with something personal. And then as humans, like, we want to feel that connection. And so people they might not understand your circumstance. They might not understand your allergies. Most people don't if they don't have them, if they don't manage them. But the fear, the anxiety, every human understands that fear. Every human understands fear. And so, yes, they might not understand your circumstance, which you might not understand their circumstance because you've never been on the receiving end of someone refusing your food. But you have understand the feeling of rejection. You do understand that you feel that your friends aren't liking you. You know, those emotions are the same in everybody. It's just the circumstances are different. So trusting someone with your fear, it brings you together. And instead of saying they won't understand, try them. Try and see if they understand. Really make it clear, like, hey, this is not okay for me. I feel very uncomfortable eating out at a restaurant right now. Maybe in the future I can, but I don't feel comfortable. But I do want to hang out with you. I do want to come with you. I can go to the restaurant and sit and you eat and I don't, or we can find something else that's not to do with food. And like, that just changes the conversation rather than they won't understand me, so I'll just refuse to go out with them anyway. Because then you've just cut off that connection. Number 4 is kind of what I've been talking about already. There are certain things that I cannot do, but there are so many things that I can do. And so that's kind of what I've been tying in the whole of this. But I think it's so important. That's why I want to hone it in. We are restricted. We are. Like, I can't say like, oh no, I have such an amazing life that I can do anything and everything. No, like I can't eat nuts. Like, I'm restricted in my certain life. I cannot have a Nutella donut, and I rarely can have like a donut from somewhere else because it might have come into contact with a donut. But there are so many things I can do. I cannot go to donut time, but also I cannot go to California right now and have In-N-Out. Like, I can have In-N-Out, but I can't go to California right now. So like, I'm restricted in lots of different ways, but there are so many things in my life, that I can do. And I have to really, that's something that I hone in every day when there are certain things I can't have, or I go into a supermarket and I look at the ingredients and I can't have the ingredients and I feel frustrated and angry and I think, I don't understand, like, why does it say may contain? Like, shouldn't we just have designated factories that have no nuts and, like, you know, all of these things? But then I just breathe and go, okay, I can't have this. What can I have? And then I look and I go, okay, well, I can't have this milk, but I can have this milk. Cool. And so I have this milk. And there are some people that like really, really feel restricted, and I completely understand that because that feeling is so horrible. But I also grew up 30 years ago when there was no allergy-friendly products whatsoever, and no one believed me. There were times where like I've been not literally, but like I've been physically removed from a restaurant because I told them I had allergies, and I said I just wanted to stay here and be with my friends, and they said no, and I didn't leave because I wanted to be with my friends and I had nowhere else to go, and they physically removed me. But the thing is, I didn't know anyone with allergies that I could be like, is that normal? I just thought it was me and I was a burden and I wasn't allowed to go anywhere. So I have been the most restricted, and I'm still like, no, I'm still going. I'm still putting myself out there because I don't know about you guys, but I want to live the best life. I feel so lucky and so grateful that I've lived until this age, honestly. And I want to live way longer than this now, like way longer, because I know that like life is incredible. And so, yeah, like, please please don't feel restricted. It's gonna be tough. There are things you cannot do, but look at all of the amazing things that you can do. Taking a walk outside. Some people don't get to take a walk outside. Just be grateful, or just not even be grateful, just look at the things you can do and stop focusing on the things you can't. Stop focusing on that. Stop focusing on other people who have no allergies. Stop focusing on people who have allergies that are less than yours or easier to manage than yours, because that just isn't true. Like, everyone manages it in their own way. But honestly, don't think about what you can't have. Don't think about what you cannot do. Focus on what you can do. Focus on the good things in your life. Focus on the amazing possibilities and experiences that you can have. And that's it. Just focus on that, and then you won't even worry about the things you can't have. You won't even worry about it. Write a list. You know what? I'm going to challenge you. This is not scripted. This is not scripted, but I'm going to challenge you. Write down the things that you can have, like food. Write down all the foods that you can have. Just like, you don't have to do it now, but like after this video, write down all the foods you can have, all the things you can do. Like, not about food, like all the things you can do. Me, trampolining, going for a walk outside, doing yoga, going food shopping, like all these things. Write them all down and then look at them. Look at how much you can do. I bet you the list of foods that you can't have is going to be so much shorter, less than a third shorter than all the things that you can do. Now, let's get on to number 5 and let's wrap this up, because I said it was going to be short. Number 5 of my 5 mindset shifts. The people I want in my life will love me no matter what. We can all do hard things. The big one. Because I felt for so long that I would never be loved because of my allergies or because of my health conditions or anything. And I think that the most important thing is to remember that the people that you actually want in your life will love you. They will love you, because when you start just showing yourself and showing your allergies and speaking up and sharing your allergies, accept any part of you, not just your allergies, but any part of you. You do not want people who will make you feel like you're a burden. You do, even if they don't intend to make you feel that way, it doesn't matter. If you have the feeling that you are a burden around certain people, they are not the people for you. And that's not to say to cut them out of your life. Like, sometimes it's just setting boundaries, and I also have a blog on that about self-advocating, and that is, I talk all about boundaries and all about a script that you can write to set your boundaries. And for me, the boundaries are super important when it comes to this, because there are not everyone in my life is like super supportive about my allergies, but the people who made me feel like I was a burden, they're not in my life anymore. Not that I cut them out, but it doesn't work. Like, I'm sorry, but it doesn't work. You cannot have people in your life that make you feel awful. You can't, because you will never have a positive life when you have people around you that make you feel awful. So sometimes there are friends that I have said, this is not okay. If you want to be in my life, then you have to not do certain things or like eat certain foods, because that my anxiety just goes higher. And most of them have been super supportive and like, yeah, that's fine, I love you so much, like I'll do anything to make you feel better. But if you don't tell them that that's how you feel, why would they change their behavior? Why would they know that something's wrong? You have to set your boundaries, and you have to make sure that you're letting them know that this isn't okay. And the people that you love will love you no matter what. You will, because wouldn't you love your friends no matter what? Wouldn't you love your family no matter what? And so by them showing up as their real self, that is what you want. So do that for them. Show up as your true self for them. Show up. Speak up about your allergies. Speak up about your fears. Speak up about how to use your EpiPen. Like, I've never told someone willingly how to use my EpiPen. My friends have always asked me, and I think that's something that like should be super clear to us to tell people about your EpiPen, but like as you get older, you're just like, I can do it myself. And I have done myself. The last two major anaphylactic reactions, I did it on my own. And so I just think I can just do this alone. I'm alone. And that is such a negative limiting belief that I'm having, that I live my life alone. And so when you start to show your fears and show your allergies and show like, hey, this is how to use my EpiPen, if I ever have reaction, this is how to do it, you're not in it alone anymore. You know that you can trust your friends to help you when you're in a state, because you never think that you need to until you need to. And so make sure that you're sharing that part of your life with them. Make sure that that they know you, your true you. Like, allergies are a part of you. And so make sure they know the whole you. Never, ever let somebody, am I crying again? Never let somebody treat you like a burden. Treat you like your allergies are a hindrance to them. Because I'm sorry, it is hard work. It's hard work reading all the ingredients. It's hard work learning how, like, what the legal labeling is in your country. Like, it's hard work. Like, it's hard work, you know? And I've spent 28 years of my life and I'm still confused. It's hard work. But we all do hard things every single day. So they can do hard things too. They can do it with you because you would do it too. You would, because we're friends. So we can all do hard things. And never assume, like, if anyone makes you feel like you're too much, too hard work, just don't let them penetrate this. Don't let them penetrate your mind and have you have a warped sense of who you are and what your worth is, because you are worthy, you are valuable, and you deserve to live your best life. So I'm not gonna cry anymore. And I want to say to you, you are doing amazing. Whatever part of your journey that you're on, whenever you got diagnosed, and whatever, if you have an intolerance and you're trying to seek help or reassurance or anything, if you have celiac disease, if you have anything that if anything, not even allergies, that you feel restricted on, please never feel like you're alone. There's always people out there who are dealing with the same thing, or dealing with anything. We're all dealing with everything, and yeah, you are doing incredible. And live your positive life, because it's so important. We don't want to live a life where we feel restricted, negative, fearful, anger. We have all those emotions, and it's all valid. You know, there are days where I'm up and down, and that's all valid, but we don't want to live our life negatively, right? Because otherwise, I mean, to me personally, what's the point? What's the point of living a negative life? Because yeah, what's the point? Let me know how these mindset shifts work out for you. Comment below some of yours, and please hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. And I will see you next week, next Saturday at 5 p.m. when my new video goes live. Thank you guys so much for coming to my YouTube channel, and I really hope that you have a lovely and safe day. Bye. Let me know how these mindsets
Have you ever met Miss Lindy? She's a gal with a bright